Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier here, and we're back with another How to Rust, and today we're looking at Devblog 124. Now, it's been quite a while since I've done an update video like this, and I'm going to apologize in advance if it's a little choppy or if it runs a little bit longer than it should have. I'm going to do my best to keep it as short as possible with as much information as possible. If nothing else, if something doesn't make sense or maybe I explained it wrong, you can always go into the description of this video and find the Devblog 124 link to take you to the Play Rust website. So starting off, we're going to be looking at the LR300 Assault Rifle. Now, I love this thing. It looks just like an M4, and as a military vet, that's near and dear to my heart. However, for you players in the game that are going to be looking to pick this thing up, there's a couple things you're going to want to know. First off, this weapon is uncraftable and unresearchable, which means the only way you're going to get it is from drops. Those drops include weapon crates, airdrops, and helicopter crates. Now, this thing comes with a 30-round magazine. However, it features less recoil than the AK does, and 20% less damage than the AK. However, due to that reduced recoil, the LR300 can be evenly matched with an AK, even with the less damage per round. So what we're going to do here is I have 4 LR300s in my hotbar and 2 AKs. We're going to be looking at 2 of these LR300s, one with a muzzle boost, which gives you less bullet velocity and less accuracy, and the other LR300 is going to have a muzzle brake, which says it makes the bullet path more unpredictable. In my opinion, it just feels like less accuracy. So I'm just going to drag these two down, and first we're going to fire off number 1 with our 4x zoom scope. So this one has, let me double check, our muzzle boost, right? The other one's the muzzle brake. I'm going to fire 3 rounds into the center as best I can. So crouch. Oh, okay. Only 2. Give me one more. Okay, not too bad, right? Next, we're going to move on to the muzzle brake. Same scope. Yeah, that sucks. Oh boy. Less accuracy. Oh my god, is that less accurate. This weapon does not perform well with the muzzle brake on. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to get rid of that thing. Bad. So next up, we're going to be shooting without a brake or boost. We're going to have the traditional hollow sight, and I'm going to do my best to aim down the center. That one's in the blue. That one's in the red. Look like the red again. Not too bad. Even from this distance, which is around 10 foundations distance away, it's still pretty accurate. I'm still hitting the target. That's the most important thing. And lastly, just the regular scope, no boost or brake on it. Aim for the center. Oops, I wasn't crouching for that one. So pretty damn accurate. I like it. So to compare that to the AK, which is going to be the weapon that most people compare it to, I have one hollow sight AK here, which the first thing you should notice right away is that the AK is much louder. And it hops around a lot more. So let me go back to the hollow sight for this one. Notice that it doesn't jump as much when you fire it. It has that reduced recoil. It's also a lot quieter. Next, the AK with the 4x. Let me crouch. I will say, though, that the AK does feel a lot more accurate. I'm able to hit the center more often with the AK than I am with the LR300. Crouch again. See? Able to get the center a lot more often. Now this bad boy one more time. See that? Considering that this thing does less damage and is less accurate without any modifications on, personally I feel like the AK is still the #1 choice. However, due to the less recoil, that's going to be completely up to you. When you're hip firing this thing, which I don't have anything to shoot at, so you can hear I hit it quite a bit. Hip fire this guy. I didn't hit a single one. So that's going to be completely up to you guys how you're going to use these weapons. Personally, I like the AK just to sit back and shoot at things one round at a time. So you can even go way back there. I find the AK better for that. However, if you're going to be up close in short range or medium range, the LR300 might be the weapon for you. Next up on the Devblog, they fixed a helicopter gib error. Now this is one that was around when I was in the game 6 months ago, so the fact that it took them this long is a little sad, but maybe you guys just weren't reporting it enough through F7. Basically what was happening was, if you were far enough away from the helicopter crash, when you went to the helicopter, all the gibs were no longer there. The wreckage was not on the ground. What ended up happening was, as a player, you could run into these gibs, and even though they weren't visually there, the server still recognized them as being there, so you were essentially stuck on an invisible wall. What ended up happening was, some players that were at the crash site, they saw the gibs, and they were able to see you go behind them and then stay hidden. However, because you weren't there when it went down, you could actually see through them and see players on the other side. Now granted, it's fixed now, or at least it should be. I don't have a helicopter nearby to test this out, unfortunately, but for those of you that are going to be testing this or looking for this in the future, because I know a lot of people love the helicopter, please let me know if it is in fact fixed. Next, we're going to be looking at the sleeping bag pickup from Devblog 124. Yes, you can actually pick sleeping bags up now. The only caveat to that is you have to actually own that bag, which means if I were to gift Too Legit to Quit my sleeping bag, I no longer own it, he does, he's the one that can pick it up. So very simple, you walk up to your bag, you hold E, you pick it back up, go to your inventory, put it back down again. Now, I've tried this, there, as far as I know, is no way to exploit the actual pickup of the bag, because you can't die, respawn at a bag, then pick it up, then place it down again and reset the respawn timer, right? Because when you set a bag down, it already has a timer built in. All you're doing is actually making the timer longer because it restarts from the beginning. So as far as I know, there is no way to actually exploit that, but I'm sure if you guys find something, you'll let me know. Next up, there was an exploit fix that actually went to the F1 menu and you would type in playercall.debug_true, and this would actually give you ESP on the server. This went on for about a week or so before someone actually caught on to it and reported it, but it is now fixed, so no free ESP for you guys that love to cheat. Can't do it anymore, sorry. Next up, we have the Bone Armor rework. Now, this rework is not in this update. It's not in Devblog 124. It was highlighted as being worked on still, but if you went to the Devblog, you can actually see that they have something sort of a deer skull head mask going on there, and I'm hoping that's going to be part of the new texture in the skin package, because it'd be really neat to have something other than a bucket or a face mask or even the wolf headdress. Just something different. It gives us a use for all these extra skulls that we're having, besides for just the wolf skull. So it's not in this patch, it will be in soon. This is the old armor pants and the armor jacket. Another week or so, they'll all be gone. Next up, there's been some frame rate stuttering, and a lot of it is going to be fixed now, hopefully. And it's going to be through a lot of optimization and something called pooling, load balancing, and workload reduction. This could end up giving you some FPS gain. However, if you come into an issue where you're dropping FPS or you're having freezing issues, go into your F1, go to your console, and type in pool.sounds, try 0, and that makes it false. This is going to take the new pooling method they came out with and disable it. Pool.players 0 disables pooling of players. Pool.entities, I think I spelled that right, 0. Oops, did I spell that wrong? I did. Pool.entities 0. That disables the pooling of entities. If at any point you're having issues, disable one of these at a time and see if it fixes it. Be sure to press F7 and report which one you disabled and which one fixed your problem. Alright, last for this video, we're going to be talking about the changes to the flashlight. Now, they have increased the emission point brightness of the flashlight, which means the point in which the light comes out of the weapon. That's going to be brighter. However, the overall beam brightness has been decreased, which means that as we turn our flashlight on here, that sign is 18 foundation blocks away. So if I flicker it on and off, you can see, yeah, it's lighting up pretty well. This target over here is 22 foundation blocks away. Nothing at all. No light bouncing, not a single thing. Which means that the maximum light distance that you're going to get with the flashlight is going to be 18 foundation blocks away. Now, if I just scoot over a little bit and take that wall out. There we go. Now, that wall is on the 19th foundation block. Notice how it's not lighting up anymore. 18 foundation blocks away with the flashlight. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I tried to keep it as short as possible, but I know it went a little bit longer than I ideally wanted to. there's a lot more content in the Devblog that you guys should check out. There's lighthouse changes that are going to be coming up pretty soon. They've been tweaking the mesh decals for a lot of different stuff. They've been working on military tunnels. I think I saw a flamethrower turret in there somewhere. It's going to be totally awesome. There's a lot of cool stuff coming in, and maybe some stuff that we could find some exploits for and make some videos for you. But if not, we're going to do our best. We're going to keep looking. If you find anything, please let us know in any of the comments on any video. I'll try my best to check them. Otherwise, you can contact us on our website. That should be in the description of this video below. And if nothing else, check out the Devblog. Link to that's below too. So, Sergeant Solj, How to Rust. We're looking at Devblog 124, and we're doing a video on it. Give you guys some information about what's coming up here in the future, to include all that stuff I listed off, lighthouse, military tunnels, mesh decals that just came out and stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more great content from Private Astro or myself, please hit that subscribe button and click on any of the videos above. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Sergeant Solj or Private Astro video. Bye-bye!